Namaste. This is Rushi. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll learn about endocrine system. It is nothing but the chemical messenger system that produces hormones which released by the internal glands of our organisms into circulatory system for physiological process by targeting the cells. Here, internal glands is nothing but the endocrine glands. So before moving to the endocrine glands is having two types. One is exocrine, another is endocrine. Exocrine is duct glands, endocrine is ductless glands. Duct glands is nothing but the particular pipe-like structure which is connected to the specific glands for release of chemical signals for physiological process. For example, here we are seeing that salivary glands having a duct-like structure through towards the oral cavity. To these ducts, saliva will release from these glands, salivary glands, and passing through these ducts and is enter into the oral cavity for the physiological process. At the same time, in endocrine glands, we are not finding any ducts to the particular parts. It's directly enter into the blood to reach the targeted site for the physiological process. So that is the major difference between the exocrine and endocrine glands. Exocrine having ducts, endocrine doesn't have any ducts. So let's see one example of endocrine hormone. Let us take a growth hormone. Growth hormone is responsible for the muscle growth, fetal growth, the hand and legs and everything will grow from childhood to adult, right? Growth hormone is produced in the brain. It will directly enter into the blood to reach the targeted site. For example, we want to grow the foot region. So brain is here, foot is top long distance, right? Growth hormone having the targeted site to reach the foot region to grow the foot. How it will enter into the how it will reach the targeted site means growth hormone produced in the brain, it all the way enter into the circulatory system, it travel and directly go to and reach the targeted site, the foot region, and foot will grow day by day till adult. Like that, our body, the whole body will grow with the growth hormone, right? So this is the introduction part of the endocrine system. Will directly move to the what type of different endocrine glands are there in our body and in which regions they are located. Let's see. So till now, what you understand about the endocrine system? Endocrine system maintains the homeostatic environment through the use of specific hormones, right? We'll see about different types of endocrine glands here. Let's see one by one. Hypothalamus, pituitary, thymus, thyroid, pancreas, ovary, testis, pineal glands. These are the different glands located in our body, present in our body, right? Located in different regions. Let's see one by one. Pituitary gland, hypothalamus. What is the major connection between the hypothalamus and pituitary gland? Without hypothalamus, pituitary gland can't release specific hormones, right? So that's why hypothalamus mentioned as a controller of your brain. Pituitary gland releases lots of different types of hormones. It will maintain the physiological process throughout your body. That's why it releases the lots of hormones. That's why pituitary gland considered as a master gland, right? Let's see one by one. Hypothalamus releases gonadotropin releasing hormone. So before going to these hormones, you have to know about the pituitary glands having two regions, front side and back side. Anterior part of the pituitary gland and posterior part of pituitary gland. Anterior part of pituitary gland release some specific hormones. Posterior part of pituitary gland release specific hormones. So let's see what are the hormones released in the anterior pituitary gland region. So hypothalamus will release some gonadotropin releasing hormone. It will go and stimulate the anterior part of pituitary gland. It will release the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Like that, thyrotropin releasing hormone it go and stimulate the pituitary gland for the release of thyroid stimulating hormone and prolactin. And at the same time, growth hormone releasing hormone will go and stimulate the pituitary gland, release the growth hormone. corticotropin releasing hormone go and stimulate the pituitary gland. It releases the adrenocorticotropin hormone. For the further breakdown of adrenocorticotropin releasing hormone, it will release another specific hormone like melanocyte stimulating hormone. Like that, hypothalamus go and stimulate the posterior part of pituitary gland for further release of vasopressin hormone as well as oxytocin hormone. So these are the specific hormones which were secreted by anterior and posterior pituitary glands. Let's see one by one. Let's see about growth hormone. So before moving to growth hormone, let's grab the concept how the hypothalamus will go and stimulate the pituitary glands. Let's assume that hypothalamus region is here, which is connected to the pituitary gland. Anterior pituitary gland, posterior pituitary gland. Anterior is front side, posterior is back side. Let's assume that what are the all the hormones which is released by anterior pituitary gland by through the signal has given a transferred from hypothalamus to anterior pituitary gland through blood capillaries. See, here I have drawn one neuron. Here the dendroid region, axon terminal. Here for example, gonadotropin releasing hormone will directly move to the or travel to the blood capillaries or blood vessels because these are endocrine glands, right? Hormones which directly enter into the blood. So here, for example, gonadotropin releasing hormone will enter into the blood capillaries. It travels to the anterior part of pituitary gland, and again it will stimulate this anterior pituitary gland and further release of follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Here, if you see how the vasopressin and oxytocin will secreted means from the hypothalamus, the axon is extended to the posterior pituitary gland whenever we need vasopressin and oxytocin hormone. At that time, it will release the posterior pituitary gland and directly enter into the blood and reach the targeted site. So that's about the transport of hormones differently in anterior and posterior like that. So let's talk about the growth hormone. So how growth hormone is secreted? With the help of growth hormone releasing hormone, it is secreted in hypothalamus region. It will go and directly stimulate the anterior part of pituitary gland for further release of growth hormone. Whenever the growth hormone is produced in your body, it directly enter into the blood. It travel all over things. It directly moves to the liver. Further, it release one signaling molecule like insulin growth like factor 1. So what this signaling molecule will do? This will do the musculoskeletal development, fetal growth development, neuronal development, myelination, and ovary folliculogenesis and testicular function. See, lots of functions they will do. That's why the growth hormone. See, cardiovascular development and protection of cardiovascular system, hematopoiesis, immune cell function, thymus gland development. Lots of function they will do. Growth hormone. As we discussed earlier, an example of growth hormone, how your body will grow, the fetal growth development, right? Neuronal development for production of or development of neurons in the central nervous system. This hormone is responsible for myelination, for myelin sheath development in the axon region. You can see myelin sheath for impulse generation, for myelination purpose also. Muscles will develop, cardiovascular system, how your cardiovascular development will happen. See, with the help of this specific hormone, hematopoiesis, lots of cells will produce RBC cells, WBC cells, neutrophils, basophils, everything. Summary of this class: you have learned about the endocrine system. You have learned about the different differences between the exocrine and endocrine. You have learned about different types of glands, the endocrine glands, right? And specifically, you have learned about the growth hormone. Right? If you like the video, means please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Bye.